Hey everybody, what's going on? Helmite here, bringing you another video from Grab the Lantern today. I know I'm a little bit late on this video, life got in the way, but I figure better late than never, and we're going to go ahead and get this up on Saturday, and I should be back to my regular schedule next week with Mondays and Fridays, and there may be a patch next week as well, so there will be a regular patch note rundown on top of that. Anyways, let's go ahead and cover today's topic, which I'm going to be talking about Riot's new Clash game mode that they have been developing and that they've been planning on the sides. If you haven't heard anything about it, I can do a quick breakdown here. So it's basically a team-based competitive mode that will happen a couple of times each month. So instead of having ranked 5s like we did back in the day where you made a team and then you could just solo queue, but instead of solo queuing, obviously you're playing in a ranked 5s. Instead what happens is a couple times a month, Riot will say we are going to have a Clash tournament this weekend. You get your team together, everyone has to buy into the tournament by spending blue essence or RP or other resources on tickets in order to purchase their buy-in. You create a team, and then on the weekend you can sign up for specific brackets from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to play in. They're all single elimination brackets, and essentially the winners of these tournaments will get better rewards. You get even better rewards if you participate in the whole weekend. So if you play in all of the brackets all weekend, you'll get better rewards than if you only play a Friday tournament. Now, that's essentially the basic breakdown of Clash, but I really think that this is a better way to go about ranked 5s, and I think it's a better way to go about team-based competition. See, I think that League of Legends is honestly best played in a group. I think that solo queue League of Legends is really not the game as it was intended to be played. Obviously, there are some people who prefer just playing by themselves, and there are some people who can't always get a group together, but I do feel like solo League of Legends is not exactly the best way to play the game. It's a team game. It's intended to be very heavy on teams coordinating with each other, deciding on a draft strategy, deciding on their in-game strategy, coordinating and working together, and it seems like a lot of people have a very solo mindset, which is fine, but I'm glad that we have an opportunity then to play as a group in a competitive environment, given that ranked 5s was just so very hard to get an entire team together and play together consistently. Anyways, so Clash, I think, is a good way of going about creating a competitive 5s environment. I enjoy the fact that there is some sort of buy-in, as it does force players to actually have some sort of stake in the tournament. So if you already put down the blue essence to buy tickets, then you know, you're more likely to show up because you won't want that blue essence to go to waste. I'm hoping tickets don't carry over, because otherwise I could see players, well, I got a bunch of essence lying around, I'll buy tickets, but then I'm not really attached. The other thing is it may not work against players who don't own any champions, or who own all the champions, or who aren't interested in buying any more champions than they already have, because then blue essence is sort of not something you care about. For example, right now I'm stockpiling blue essence. I have nothing to spend it on. I could easily see players in my situation buy tickets and then decide, you know what, I don't care because I have blue essence out the wazoo right now. I don't really care. So it's a potential pitfall that I don't know is easily solvable, but I do think at the very least it goes a ways towards helping players want to play in these matches now, as opposed to ranked 5s where no one's really motivated to actually go play with you, even if you want to play in a ranked 5s environment. The other thing that I like about Clash is that it actually gives you the ability to scout out opposition, which I think could have pluses and minuses, but I think is generally positive, because in previous ranked 5s there wasn't really a way to see which team you're playing and what their players are like and which champions they play. There's no way to look that up in advance, so it still felt like solo queue. You're still just banning champions at random, playing at random. You don't know who you're going to be up against. So the fact that Clash shows you the kinds of champions that your opposing players are playing and generally what their ranks are, I think that's a really interesting thing, and I think that's a really good thing because it allows you to have that sort of connection and that sort of attachment with the draft. You feel like you're actually playing a draft and trying to help your team win, as opposed to just kind of being there and playing at random. So that's really cool. At the same time, though, I do feel like teams may not use it to actually strategically draft. They may end up just saying, well, hey, I don't really care. I'm just going to ban out the enemy top laners, 3 champions, and then we're just going to go from there. So I don't know that it necessarily tells players you should be looking at this strategically, and it could just tell them more of just ban their best champion in every role. We'll find out exactly how they go about doing that and how players use it, but that is a potential pitfall I'm seeing. The other thing is to see what the kind of prizes are. Right now, I can't think of very much that Riot could give out. Obviously, we're already getting champion shards through level up capsules. You can earn skin shards through Hextech chests. Not every skin is going to be equally valued by players, so will we particularly care? If the prize is blue essence, then players in the situation I mentioned before may not care for the blue essence or care for the prizes. Why would we even participate? So it'll be interesting to see how Riot come up with a way to make it so that players want to participate in these tournaments, because I think they're great, but you also have to make it worth their time to play in these tournaments. So we'll find out. Obviously, there's a lot of things I don't know. I'm making a lot of suggestions and a lot of comments about this, but human nature is always interesting, so we'll see how people actually interact with this when it does show up. So I think it will be very interesting, and I'm looking forward to playing with it when it actually goes live, but just figured I'd give my initial thoughts on Clash right now. Go ahead and let me know what you guys are thinking of Clash down in the comment section below. I'll have the Riot article linked in the description if you're interested to see what they're saying about Clash and read it, get it straight from the horse's mouth, as it were. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. And if you really enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. I upload a video every Monday, Friday, and on patch days as well. And if you're looking for more Grab the Lantern content, you can check out my blog, grabthelantern.tumblr.com. I upload an article just about each and every single day for your enjoyment. Once again, thank you guys so very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will talk to you all later.